Ajax. Yeah. So how to transfer the data in both the scenarios we have seen, or only one example we have seen? Both the things. Okay. So okay, how to apply CSS dynamically by making use of JavaScript in VT? Got my question? Up CSS dynamically using JavaScript. Did we finished it? Okay, fine. Let's finish that particular concept. Then we can move on to next concept. Okay. No? What is meant by CSS? What is meant by CSS? Okay. Okay, then what is dynamic CSS? During runtime of the program, if you need to apply the CSS using JavaScript, then this particular concept is called as dynamic CSS. Is that clear? Got my point? Okay. How this dynamic CSS can be applied? By making use of internal as well as external CSS, we are going to see now. Okay. Okay. Now, first, did you spoke about videos to your counselor? Okay, oh, that's what I will be doing. I'll be uploading it to YouTube. I'll share the links in WhatsApp tomorrow. Yeah. Okay, dynamic CSS. You can see we have got a div over here whose ID is demo, which is holding the value hello welcome. Is that clear? Next, on click of this particular button, we are calling display function. We are retrieving the information about that particular div. We are storing into A. Then, for that particular div, we are adding one attribute style dynamically, and we are applying the color, background color, width and height over here dynamically. Is that clear? Okay. So this particular concept is called as dynamic CSS. Okay. Let me run this and show you the result. In this way, the features will get applied. Okay, now? Okay. Next way is you can apply it in this function where we will be using document.determine by id, and we can use a dot style dot color. That style dot color, style dot background color, width to height, these are all JavaScript properties. Got it, right? Where we can take the help of these particular properties and we can apply the values whatever we want. Got it? Any doubts? Okay. Let me show you with respect to this also. Output remains same, but the way of applying is different. Very good. That's it. Using external, how we can apply, let me show you. See, in external also we have defined the function outside the web page. Whatever the CSS you want, everything we have specified over here. Is it clear? And that too we are referring to the specific demo component, so that it is referring to your view. Got it, right? Is that clear? Okay. Yeah, any doubts, Pranay? Okay. Okay. So this particular function, whatever is there in this particular JS file, right? We can include it and we can apply that particular CSS dynamically. Got it, right? Okay. Let me show you how to apply this. You can see here we are including that ext2.js, and we have a div whose ID is dd, and we have an input type button also over here. Based on that particular button click, we are calling display function. Got it, right? Once if you invoke this thing, automatically that script.js will get loaded. In that script.js, whatever display function is there, that gets executed. Okay, now let me show you how the result will be. It looks like a regular output only, but the thing is, it has fetched the result from other web page. See? Got it, right? Any doubts? Okay. Next. Now we will go for external JavaScript only, loading CSS dynamically using the JavaScript properties. Okay, now? How that can be done, let me show you. can see same feature only we are applying over here also. Got it, right? Where dynamically we are applying the properties. Got it, right? See, first what we have did, we have got that particular component whose ID is DD. Okay. For that we have specified the style color red as well as background color also we have applied green. Got it, right? So dynamically in this way also using JavaScript we can apply CSS to the components. Is that clear? Any doubts? Okay. Next. Now I think inline JavaScript is also done, right? Okay. Now we'll go for next important concept, that is how to do testing in JavaScript. What is meant by testing? And why we need to do testing? Okay. And why a developer has to test? You got my question? And which kind of testing a developer will be done? Got my question? Yeah. Which kind of testing developer will be doing and why he has to test it? Okay. Next. Okay. Let me only answer. In a team of project, whenever you are developing the code, after completion of your development, you have to merge the code with other team members' code of the project. Got it, right? In that particular case, what will happen? There is no rule like your code will work properly individually as well as after merging it also. Okay, na? After merging it, it might break. Otherwise, whatever you have developed, there is no rule like it will work properly. You have to give a proper proof saying that it is tested successfully. Got it, right? Now, how to give the proof? Got my question? Basically, a developer has to prepare one document called as test case document. Where in that particular test case document, complete information about the steps what you have executed and testing what you have did, what is the expected result, what is the actual result, and other comments like whether the test case is pass or fail, everything will be mentioned over there. Clear? Okay. Now, how the test case document will be there? The sample template, let me show you. I will go for sample template. You can take any template, almost it will be same only. Are you able to see? This is not a good template. Let me show you. Yeah, this is that template. You can see. Step 1. Here you have to give what is the test case ID, what is the priority, and who has developed, what project you have developed, who has designed. Every information you have to mention here. Next, here the steps. How many test cases you have executed, that complete details you can mention it over here. First test step, what you have executed, and test data, what you have passed. Let's say you have tested an URL, in the sense that URL we have hit. This is the data we have passed. This is the expected result from that particular URL, actual result, and whether test cases pass or fail. Suppose if it has generated as an expected result, then it will be test case is pass. Otherwise, test case will be failed. Is that clear? And after that, any comments if you have, why test case is passed, test case is failed, complete information you can specify in this particular notes, otherwise comments over here. Is that clear? Okay. Fine. Now, that kind of test case document you have to submit as a proof. Then only your code will be considered as a valid code. You know? Now, let me show you how we can start testing in our JavaScript. You know? First thing, what you have to do is, you have to download testing frameworks for JavaScript. We have got so many testing frameworks. Under that, one is Jasmine, another one is Protractor, like this. So many testing frameworks are available. Okay, na? I will go for Jasmine. Okay, na? Go to this location, clone and download zip. Okay, na? Okay. So what I have did, I have downloaded this particular zip file into my machine. Okay, na? Now, I've downloaded, it is there over here. You can see Jasmine master. That is what we have downloaded. The zip folder. Later we have extracted into a folder over here. Is that clear? So whatever we have extracted in that particular folder only, we will start our code execution and explanation. Okay. Okay. So this is where we will start writing our code. Okay. Now this is what the code completely will be there. Later what I have did, I have started writing this particular functions for testing. Okay. First, one sec. See here, this is one JavaScript function. What this function is doing, it is returning hello world. Is that clear? Now this function, we have to test it, whether it is returning hello world or not. We have to check it out. That how to check? See, we have got a JS file. Separately we have written this particular JS file is considered as your test case file. Okay, now what we are writing over here, describe sample. Sample is name of your testing, and within that we have defined a function. It should return hello world. That means some simple description we have provided with respect to our test cases. Simple description we have provided. Okay, na? Okay. Next, we have defined a function. What this function is doing, expect hello world. That means we are invoking hello world function, which is available in that particular program. If that is equal to hello world, if both are same, then the test case is pass. If both are not same, test case will be failed. Is that clear? Now, what that function is returning, that is returning hello world. But what we are expecting over here, hello world. Because both are same. Huh? So now you can see first.html. We are loading our jasmine.css, jasmine.js, jasmine.html, boot.js. We are loading a.js as well as b.js, so that the content available in a.js we are testing in b.js and returns the result. Is that clear? Let me run this, and remember, all the libraries are mandatory. What are the uses of this particular libraries? In the sense, these are all Jasmine libraries which will be displaying the colors, test case result, everything in the console. Okay, na? Let me run this. You can see test case is failed. Why it is failed? So what is actual and what is expected now? Okay. So because of this particular reason, the test case is failed. Correct, right? Okay. If the test case is failed, you can see red color and the information why this particular scenario got failed also. Okay. And if it is passed, how that will be there? Let me show you. You can see the test case is passed. Is that clear? Any doubts so far? Okay. In this way, what we can do, if you want to test any application, if you want to test any function, then you can take the help of this test case, where this testing is called as Jasmine testing, otherwise unit testing in our JavaScript. Okay. Can you open next one? Okay. Here you can see a variable available. Let me see. See, here we have one variable, current val. That current val variable, it is holding the value 100. Is that clear? And what we are expecting over here, expect dot current value if it is equal to 101. So I am expecting 101. Both are same. Yeah. Is both are same? The test case will be failed. Is that clear? Is that clear? So the testing, whatever we are doing for this particular JavaScript, it will be like this only: 2 equal to, lesser than, 2 greater than. This kind of testing only will be done. Okay. Let me go with another example. See, this is to be defined. That means the function variable should be defined. Okay, na? Here what we are doing, expect exam dot current val. That means from that particular program we are taking up the value and we are checking whether that is defined or not. Correct, right? What is meant by to be defined? No, what is meant by to be defined? Hello? Yeah. See, here variable is there. Let me close this. In this variable is there. That particular variable, it should be defined. What you are defining, that doesn't matter. Whether it is 0, negative value, positive value, boolean values, it doesn't matter. Variable need to be defined. Clear? Okay. So now if I run this, it is C and E are clear? Any doubts? Okay. In this way, what we can do is we can test the code for defining whether it is defined or not. Okay. Okay. Next we'll go for next one. Next E, yeah. Okay. See, almost all the functions are meant for checking whether that value is available, whether it is equal, these kind of stuffs only. Here you can see to be greater than 10, to be lesser than 10 is also available. Okay. Now what we are doing, we are taking the value from that particular variable and we are checking whether it is greater than 10 or not. So is it greater than 10? Got my point? Is it greater than 10? The value? Okay, it is greater than 0, right? Yeah, greater than 0. Yes, it will be greater than 0 only. And in this case, it is checked for the type exactly. It is a type only, it should be there. Okay, na? Okay. Now we'll go for next one. What is this? To, in the sense, what it should be? To be NaN in the sense, it will check for string value. Yeah. It should not be number. That's what. It should be not a number. That means character. Right, right? Here we will be checking for character type. If it is a character, then it will get executed. A test case is pass. If it is a number, test case will be failed. Is that clear? I think this is the last time. So these are all the different types of testing. GH. And to be true, that means if the value whatever we are getting from the variable, if it is true only, it returns a test case as passed. Correct, right? Else test case is failed. Is that clear? Any doubts? So these are all the things what we have to consider whenever you are doing any testing in your application. Okay, na? Apart from that, going and checking in the console, anywhere exceptions are there, everything, that is another part of checking. Is that clear? Now we'll go for next concept, that is jQuery. Okay, na? What is meant by jQuery? What is meant by jQuery? Okay, if you want, you can make a note, otherwise I'll continue. jQuery, it is a library built on JavaScript for developing advanced animation, validations, and Ajax calls on the web pages. Got it, right? See, jQuery.com is the website what we have. Here you should go and you should download your jQuery. Okay, na? First we need to know why we need to go for this jQuery before downloading. Later we can go for downloading and the types of jQuery, all those things. Okay, tell me why we need to go for this. Let me tell you why they started this particular thing. I will define one JavaScript function. Basically the function usage is to perform some database interactions or something. Okay, same function, if you want, you will spend lot of time and money and you will develop that particular type of function. Correct, right? In this way, most of the JavaScript developers are wasting their money and time. By considering this, some of the JavaScript developers, they have formed a community and they started this jQuery. Understood, right? Where the functions, whatever has been defined, it is getting shared across all the JavaScript developers for further usages. That's it. That is what JavaScript. Later, so many organizations, they started understanding the usage of this jQuery and they started funding these particular people also. In that way, jQuery got funds as well as it became popular in the market right now. Under this particular jQuery, you can see in the status, whenever I am scrolling on this, you can see here, you can see the status. What is the status? You are able to see jQuery -3.3.1.min.js. Okay, and down it is jQuery -3.3.1.js. Okay, now which one we will be using and what is the purpose of that min, all those things we should know. Good, right? Now, basically, remember one thing, this jQuery, they didn't design it only for your system purposes. They have designed it for mobile purposes also. Remember that first point. Okay, no? Now, if you consider that, next point is how much space a mobile browsers will occupy, how much space mobile will have. That also we have to consider. You can see here we have got a concept of slim. Got it, right? Where the slim version of this particular, what you say, jQuery, they have designed for mobiles and tabs only. Got it? And these are the regular versions which are designed for system purpose. Under that again we have got jQuery min. jQuery min is advanced. We will perform drag and drop operations, all those things later. Okay, no? When it comes to jQuery, this one which I am placing the cursor right now, right? That is your basic jQuery. Got it, right? That particular basic jQuery will be available and that will be used for defining simple jQuery programs. Okay, now? Now, without this particular basic jQuery, advanced jQuery is useless. Remember, complete syntax, everything will be provided by this basic jQuery only. Later, advanced jQuery, any advanced animation operations, all those things, advanced jQuery, that is min, will be helping you to do that. Okay? Okay. See, that is one important thing which you have to note. Next important thing what we have to note is how many ways we can load that jQuery into our web page. Basically, we have got two different ways to load jQuery plugin into our web page. One is our regular way, just you will download that particular jQuery into local machine and we will load the script SRC. Another one is CDN. CDN means Content Delivery Network. By taking the help of CDN, we can locate the path of that particular file wherever it is available. Got it, right? Yeah. Now that particular what is it? Locate the path. Now, which one would you think this is better? Which one would you think is better? Either it is downloading the path and locating it. I mean, downloading the file and locating the path from your local machine. Otherwise, CDN is good option for you. Which one? Why? Why downloading is good option for you? Why not CDN? Okay, let me only tell you. If you go for downloading the path, it will be available in your machine. No need to have internet connectivity every time. When it comes to CDN, that is available in some other server, somewhere it is hosted. Okay, now this basically CDN is maintained by some group of companies. You got my point, right? Let's say 2 or 3 companies, they want one particular animation function. Same animation function, instead of 3 companies working, what they will do, they will hire some developers. They will pay the amount to that particular people, divided by 3 partitions. You develop the function so that we can share it between all these companies. They will design in that way. They will plan. Got it, right? Instead of getting invested by one particular company, it will be shared by 3 different companies. Okay. Now, that particular location where these companies they have developed and they have introduced, what will happen? There is a chance of network loss at any point of time. So, if network loss happened, we cannot access that particular CDN which is available in remote machine. Right? That is the first drawback. Second drawback is the file is there within their hands. Correct, right? Where that particular file suddenly, because of some reasons, they have removed, otherwise they have changed the name to some other thing. Getting my point? Suppose if it is there in your location, you can do anything on my file. If your file is, if my file from your location, if it is not loading, you might have deleted, you might have renamed, you might have did some manipulations on that file. Because of those manipulations, here data will be getting reflected with wrong output. Right? Next. Any other differences? Hello? Yeah, tell me. Any other? See, if the file is there with you, you can inject virus, you can delete the file, you can rename it. Otherwise, you can do anything. You can hack my code. Everything is possible. So CDNs are not encouraged in day-to-day activities. Got it, right? If you want third-party libraries, only thing they will say is you just download that particular file and locate the file from your location. Of course, the performance slightly might get degraded, but that will give you better result compared to what you say CDN. Is it clear? Any doubts so far? Okay. Now, in that way, I have downloaded this particular library and I have pasted into my machine. Where is it? Yeah. I have downloaded, as well as jQuery min also I have downloaded. Two are there. You can see. Got my point, right? Where this particular libraries, we will be using it from the local machine itself. How that particular libraries will be picked up from local machine, all those things we are going to see now. Okay? And remember one thing, only few technologies will support this jQuery. Other technologies like SAP, all these people, they will not allow this third-party library because of security reasons. Okay. Okay. So first, let me show you one simple example. See here. Here we have got so many divs whose ID is T1, another one is T3, T5, and we have got paragraphs also over here and a button. Correct, right? On click of this, see, first we are loading our jQuery. Okay, no? First we are loading our jQuery over here. Next, whatever the functions we need to write by taking the help of that jQuery, we are writing over here. $document. $document means it is very similar to our JavaScript document object. Okay, na? .ready. That means whenever the web page is ready, what we are doing, we are invoking this function. This particular function will not have any name. Remember this. Next, within that function, what we are doing, whenever if you click on the button, we are invoking one more function. Okay, no? Where this code, what it is doing, $T1. That means we are searching for the element whose ID is T1. ID, hash is meant for referring to ID for the components. In JavaScript, in jQuery also it is a hash only for the ID. And when it comes to this one, what is this? CSS also, if you specify hash in the sense, it refers to ID for the component. Got it, right? Now hash T1, that means whose element ID is T1, T3, T5, T1, T3, T5. For that I am specifying the text to hi. Is that clear? Any doubts? Okay, let me run this. See? This is the content available. On click, hi will get replaced. Is that clear? In this way, we can perform a simple jQuery operation. Okay, no? Next, what is that other jQuery functions are there? How to use in tomorrow's class, I'll show it. Good, sir. Okay. Then tomorrow we'll catch up with other functions of jQuery. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, I got the chance. But a few questions, I'll reply to that particular thing. Okay, no? I will reply. Oh, 2 or 3 hours only. Only few questions I got answer. That's why. Yeah, tell me. RAID is a server, right? Where we have to remove unnecessary files, whichever the things are there, and which functions can be loaded. Only that particular functions we can raise it.